Let's talk about goals.
Take it from the top.
Go!
Take it from the top.
Whenever somebody thinks of a weight loss journey or even just any like thing that has to do with weight in general, they want to know what your goals are. Do you want to lose weight? How much weight do you want to lose? What are the numbers? Give me this number, give me that number. I don't necessarily agree with the BMI chart. And the reason that I don't agree with it isn't because I don't think that it's a good guideline. It really is. However, I think that your bone structure, your heritage, and how comfortable you are in your own skin, what your physical goals are for your body are not easily defined by a number based on your height and your weight. Personally, I think that you should associate feelings and, comfort to your goal. So I remember when I weighed 200 pounds, I could climb mountains. I've never felt so liberated. Now, did I did a fantastic bang up job of climbing them? No, not by any stretch of the imagination. I didn't train to climb a mountain. I just happened to live in Alberta, and therefore there are mountains and I should climb them. But I know that right now, if I were to go back out to Alberta and climb what I think it's called Bear Mountain or something like that. Anyways, back to the point. Yes, when I was climbing mountains, I felt fabulous. And I know that right now that if I were to try and climb the mountain, I wouldn't feel fabulous. I wouldn't feel good about myself. I would be out of breath. I would ache. I probably wouldn't be able to make it up to the top. And it's just not overall a place that I want to be. So when I talk about goals, I talk about the fact that I want to be able to walk comfortably. I want to be able to play with my children. I want to be able to climb a mountain. I would love to be able to go for a short run. I really hesitate to put a number to that because that can happen for any person at any size, at any BMI, depending on their activity level. It's really about being healthy and where are you in your fitness. My other goal is also to be able to shop in a mall, basically. So I'm not too sure about in the States, but here in Canada, or let me focus solely where I am in Ontario, it's difficult to walk into any store off the street and just purchase straight size clothing when you're plus size. They don't even carry them half the time anymore. You go, you ask them, hey, do you have this size? And they smile and they say, sure, it's online. I would love to stop having to shop online and to shop online solely because it's a convenience rather than to shop online because I don't have any other choice. I want to be able to walk into a store with my girlfriends and say, hey, let's try on some clothes, and we all try on clothes and we're like, oh, that looks good, that looks bad, oh. I would love to do that. And to be completely honest, just right now, I can't. There's a couple stores I can walk into and some specialized plus size stores that I can walk into. And don't get me wrong, they have beautiful clothing. I just would love to be able to feel more included in the general society in that sense. The place that I'm at in my life right now, I'm so happy. Like, I have a beautiful family. I have a very, very loving husband who's extremely patient. And I have some really close friends that take time to spend with me. which is super important to me because it's so easy with friends. I'm guilty of it myself to say, hey, yeah, let's hang out. And then you only see them once a month, or you only see them once a year. You don't really see them at all. Maybe you text, you borrow something from each other occasionally, but that's it. It's easy to have friends like that. But what's really difficult is to have a friend who is there for you in the good times and the bad times. A friend that's there for you, helping you find those clothes at the store, and walking in to a plus size store with you, even though they'll never fit in any of those clothings because it's not who they are. It's really difficult to find a friend who is gonna let you crash at their place when you have nowhere to sleep, or who's going to, be there cheering you on at a wedding. That same friend who's consistently there for you. It's really hard to find people like that. So I'm extremely happy that I have people like that in my life, and that I have my family, and I have my husband, my children. I'm personally in a very happy place. Weight loss for me isn't about getting happier. It isn't about getting a skinny body and getting guys to ask me out. It's all about feeling better. When I went to the doctor for the first time and they told me, hey, your cholesterol's a little high, you need to watch that, it hurt because I knew that I was shortening my lifespan. And when they said to me, hey, you had preeclampsia when I was pregnant with my first daughter, that was heart-wrenching to know that it, if I'm not saying that I wouldn't have had preeclampsia if I had lost weight prior to being pregnant, but the chances would have been drastically reduced. And to know that I put my child at risk because I didn't take care of myself properly, it really hurt. And then with my second daughter being on blood pressure medication, who knows, in like 10 years they're going to tell us that medication causes some sort of issue in children, right? But to have to take those medications when I was pregnant with my second child, it sucks. I don't want to do that. I don't want to stay down that path. I don't want to watch my body deteriorate instead of being able to enjoy this part of my life with my children, that they can enjoy their mother. I grew up with a mom. I love her. She did the best that she could. But she had multiple knee surgeries. She wasn't in good shape, and she, my bad eating habits come from living with her. And they also come from my father, who, didn't allow any of it. So then it became like binging and hiding and sneaking. Those bad habits developed as a child, continued into my teens, and have been something that I've struggled with as an adult, my entire adult life. And it's something that I truly don't want to pass down to my children. So if losing weight and controlling that part of my life allows me to be a better mom, that's what my goal is. It's not a number. The number on the scale is simply a reflection of that. So if you really need me to put a number on it, let's say eventually 180. But honestly, I'm not looking for a number. I'm looking for a lifestyle change. I'm looking for something that can benefit my family, something that can benefit my children, and an overall life change. That's why it's a journey, not just a diet. It's a journey to weight loss and to wellness, because there's so much more to that than just not eating properly, or eating healthy, or exercising constantly. There's so much more to that. And I hope that you stay tuned I know this was deep, you guys, so I hope you stay tuned for another episode of Low Carb Mama. Hit the like button if you enjoy this content. I'll do more story times, and hit the subscribe button so that you can know whenever I post new videos. Bye, guys.